as for the decking, we have two options. We have the option of decking with a shell mill, and we also have the option of decking with a 1/2 inch end mill. Because this is aluminum, and this is a fairly small part, we are going to go ahead and use the 1/2 inch end mill because we already have it loaded, and it's just going to be super easy just to go ahead and skim across it with the 1/2 inch. So in order to do that, you have to go NC 2-axis contour. We're going to select this very back line from that endpoint to that endpoint, and we are going to hit done. At this moment, we have 1/2 inch, so we'll say tool 1. We can go 7500, 5500 to 7500 should be fine. We'll go ahead and bump that up to 7500, feeding 50, plunging at 100. We'll call this 1/2 inch rougher. Go to cutting method. Very important that we need to select bottom. Take the taper angle out. It's probably going to be around 150 thou that we're roughing off, which we can, during the setup, we can always measure that after we take our first skim pass just to get a measurement before we touch off all the tools, and we can adjust this number. Amount to remove in this direction. I'll have to analyze it again, but let's just for now say 4 inches. You can pretty much put anything there right now until we analyze. Stock to leave. We don't need to leave anything on the sides, but we do, however, need to leave some in the Z-axis for finish pass. So we can leave 15 thou. Our line on all, constant. Our length needs to be half of our end mill plus maybe 100 thou, but if you look at the geometry that we selected, there is a radius right here, so we need to be beyond that radius. So we're just going to say 750 thou. That should cover everything. Need to be at a 0 angle. Make sure we're on feed. Now, that should cover everything. I am going to adjust this stock to leave on the side, but I will explain that here in a minute. So that works. Now we need to look at the distance. I just hit ZDEE for analyze distance endpoint, and we are at 3.4. Now, in order to create a new layer in your operation manager, just hit this button right here. We're going to call it Op2. Now let's say you just hit that and you misspelled something. You can right click it, go to edit setup information, and rename that layer. So we're going to drag that, minimize the Op1. And if you want to edit a toolpath, you have two options. You have regenerate toolpath with original geometry, so if you're just editing a quick number. But if you want to reselect the geometry, you need to go to the regenerate toolpath and reselect geometry. We're not reselecting anything, so we're going to go with the original. And we're going to make the stock to leave on this side minus 0.1, so that way it goes beyond the geometry. And the amount to remove as 3.6. And you can always draw in the diameter too, so CCD 1/2 inch, so it goes beyond everything. Now on to our finish passes. We're going to highlight the toolpath, hold Control, and then hit C while holding Control, and then hit V. So, and it says, sorry, can't copy operation. It'll copy it, but it'll just throw that alarm up. So very next thing we need to do is make it into a finisher. So we're going to right click with original geometry, say tool 2. We're going to go 5500, feeding 30, call it a 1/2 inch finisher. We're going to step over 0.4, 0 on the NZ axis for stock, And that should do it. So as you can see, those are the Z levels.